Okay, really quick update. Last week was kind of hell with work, so I didn't get a whole lot of time actually working on the car during the week. But I did get a few things done, so let me just show you the progress. It's Saturday right now. It was supposed to be Autocross tomorrow, but it got postponed by 1 week. So I have a full another week before the actual Autocross itself. And hopefully that just means the car gets a little bit more prepared, a little bit safer, and I can knock out, a few more items that are on the list before the track day. So let me turn the camera around right now and show you what I have gotten done. All right, I think I shared with you the AccuSump location last time. As you can see, the AccuSump works by holding oil inside of this container right here. It's activated by a switch, so when the oil pressure drops below the set point of the switch, this solenoid opens and feeds the motor with a nice supply of oil for 15 to 30 seconds, something like that. So anyway, that's all set up. The only issue I have with the AccuSump right now is that the adapter for the oil filter on the back of the motor where I got to run that line, I don't have the right adapter. So I've got to call AccuSump on Monday and get that. I did change the location of this a little bit, and I think I'm going to cut this and move this intake slightly up and kind of in this zone right here and not face right toward the tire. Quick, 10-minute job. The car is obviously sitting on the ground, obviously, right now, and it hasn't sat on the ground like this for 3 years. So August 29, 2017 was the last time I drove this car, and it's kind of forget how low a car is when you see it on, a foot of jack stands for 3 years straight sitting here. This little line right here is going to be a vent that I'm going to cut out and put in hopefully today. I've added some nice big fender flares for the front. Of course, underneath of those I've cut away a lot of the metal and things like that as well. And that's just to kind of help with the whole front suspension design a little bit, give me a little bit more travel. The control arm from elevation right now is slightly pointed down, which is about where it needs to be. Springs, I think they're fairly light springs, and I think I'm going to order some springs before the track day. I think they're 180 or 200 pound springs, and I need something closer to maybe 500. So anyway, I'm going to figure that out. No, I'm sorry, they're 300 pound springs, and I need to get to 500. So that's within the spec of the shock. So I need to get some new springs. Let's see. Yeah, motor's pretty much the same. I did test start the motor. Even on the old fuel from 3 years ago, it started right up, no check engine light, so that was pretty amazing. I didn't run it very long. There's no coolant in the motor and things like that. The mounts, so these mounts here, I ordered from Hasport to get a stiffer material. Realized pretty quickly that these are not Hasport mounts, and they're some other company, and so they didn't fit at all. So that was stupid. But yeah. Everything's going together pretty well. Still have a list of things to do mechanically just to get it ready for the Autocross. I've got a really weird sway bar idea in the back that I want to try to implement before the Autocross as well. Let's see, got a battery box over there mounted. The battery, that's again from 2016. It came out of a used Miata from Justin. So that is a very, very old battery, but it still took charge and it started the motor today just fine. So that was good. Yeah, I think that's it. It sounds so unproductive. I didn't get anything done this week. I need to kind of give it a bath. I got to cut the rear fenders and a couple things like that. But anyway, so for the Autocross, I'm more worried about getting it. I'm more worried about it getting mechanically set. I want to get as much mechanical grip out of it, in the few runs that I have. I think I've got maybe 3. I'm looking for someone else to also drive this as well, to get to 4 different drivers. And just get feedback from people that are more experienced than myself, just to say, okay, mechanically, here's where we're at. We know these are the things to improve on. I have that 1 week before the Autocross, or between the Autocross and the track day, that I hope to finish up any mechanical stuff. If I have any issues, things like that, we'll take care of it then. And then, yeah, I want to focus a little bit just on aero by adding maybe a splitter and an under tray for the front, just to kind of keep that lift from the front down. I've obviously got the wing that's sitting right here. I'd like to go ahead and get that on the rear of the car, just so I have, again, something else to add to the 2 days of testing that we could get done in Shenandoah. So Shenandoah circuit, we'll talk more about this, but it's it's like 20 turns. It's a lot of turns, some slow speed, some high speed. So it's going to be a really good test for the car. A lot of off camber. A lot of times you're going to rely on mechanical grip. Yeah, so super excited about that. So anyway, this is my 5-minute update for the week. I didn't get a whole lot done, but we're still progressing, so it's going to be fine. All right, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and yeah, have a good day. Have a good weekend.